then later she's just going to eat glass to go home, so it's kind of pointless. Alright. So I'm also going to need to pick you up. And I need medical stuff now anyway. No. I don't have that much space. Oh, maybe I do. I'm gonna drink that. Oh, they're making their way through. See them? Nearly through. Oh yeah, that drink. I didn't even see that. Alright. So I should be able to pick it up after I go to the trader tomorrow. That'd be fine. This is so much easier. When you have 2 turrets, it's like having 2 extra people with you. Or at least a full person with you. Which is super helpful sometimes out here. I'm just going to make sure that they don't run out of bullets. So I'm just going to stand behind them. And I'm going to do my skill points. So I'm pretty much almost maxed on everything. Like, I've got almost all of the books. Except for I'm missing a couple out of Magnum Enforcer. But that hasn't been too critical this round. I did focus on being like an expert with the Magnums last server. And I hated it. I hated using the gun. It was like super powerful, super slow. So I did want to max out my electrocutioner at some point. I know it's for like battens and stuff, but I'll probably leave this page till last. Let's see, how's my agility? I don't do archery. Deep cuts could be better. I don't use a lot of like bows anymore, but sometimes I do have to actually use my blade when I run out. So, what else? We've got so many points, by the way. I had like 19 last time when I started, and I put in all my points, and now I've got like 15 more. Brawler wouldn't be too bad. Let's see. Is there anything else I really actually need before I just start putting them into stuff? I guess not. Demolition Expert would be good. Alright, so I'm now basically going for maxing out my skill trees, which I'll be able to do. So this one's maxed out, and I think that one might be the next fastest, or no, this one. There we go. So I've gotten up to, I've played till at least level 300, and I just don't remember if that covers all of your skill points or not. I've never actually sat down and totaled them all. But I do know 2 things. I do know that using the Forgets It elixir does lose a small amount of your overall XP, and every time you die you lose XP and stuff like that, so you do kind of like waste some, you know, per levels and stuff like that for it. But at the moment I'm like 241, and I think by the time I'd be level 300 I will have maxed out my trees completely. Most of my gear's doing alright. I actually only just upgraded to like military and steel and stuff like that last episode, because I realized that I was like running around as like level 200 plus, and I hadn't done any of that, and I'm like, wait a minute, I was running around with like cloth armor, like light leather and stuff. Alright, let's just get you back in here and refill you. Alright, pop you down, refill you, and pop you back down. Now I can't pick up my drone yet unless I've got the space for it. I might now. Okay, you go in here. There we go. Let's pick up you two. And oh geez, they're all coming in now because I moved. How far away am I from the trader I'm supposed to be going at? I could probably fly over there, probably land on top of that. I definitely couldn't take off from up here, so let's go. Let's do this. Oh no, birds. Come on. Fucking birds. These things will chase me too. I hate them so much. Might just go up. There we go. That was actually a pretty good, like, getting the hell out of there. I kind of thought I was going to get attacked a lot more than that. Really didn't happen. Yeah, so I kind of want to get back to sitting on top of like the ammo shooting range next door to the trader that's over here. And I'll see about, because it's only like 1:30, so I'm still going to have to wait until 6 a.m. for that. And then I'll see how I go. Alright. As soon as I get back in this area, I won't be able to see again. I do like that there's like a couple patches like that where like the other biomes like intersect a little bit. Because I like trying to like, there's one over there, if you could just barely see it in the distance there, has got like the small patch of green just in between the three. And I think it just barely has like a skinny little bit that connects to it. But they're like the most awesome places to put bases, honestly, because they've got like these multitude of biomes near them, so its spawn rate is confused. Let's get down here. Let's not get that low down here. All right, maybe on the roof. Can we land on it? Hell yeah, we can. Nice. I'm gonna turn my light off. Oh shit. A lot more up here than I thought there would be. Yeah, I didn't think I got a good shot on her. Alright. So, I'm still 33% visible. What if I hide down here? Back to 33. I think unless I like box myself in somewhere, I'm gonna be like hyper visible. No matter what. Now, in here, a lot of zombies going off in here. Alright. So, I want to get rid of this. I know I just said that I'm like, oh, I don't want to make too much noise, and here I am making like a shit ton of noise. Can I get down here? No? Ah, there's glass. That would be why. Get the hell out of there. This room is not as secure as I remember it being. Oh, I must have looted this not that long ago. That's okay. It's still... Oh, look, I'm at 0. I'm undetectable at the moment. If I don't shoot anything and I don't shuffle around too much, I could have, like, an unusually quiet wasteland night. Since when do we have that? Is that empty? Find out. It is empty, damn it. Alright. There we go. So yeah, the trade is like literally just over here somewhere. I am still collecting eggs and stuff. I just don't want feathers. I find that like eggs are one of the hardest things to come by once you have a vehicle. That's part of the start of the game that I enjoy so much is when you don't have the vehicle. You kind of have to walk around, and during that time frame, I just loot every possible nest I can come across as much as possible, just because it is necessary. And the thing is, like, everybody has the different ideas of how to use like eggs in this game. Like, I know a couple of our server members, like, part of the disagreements we've got between our bases is that I like to collect a lot of eggs and save them for the bigger recipes that require eggs later on. Because quite oftenly, like, certain ingredients like peas and ravioli and stuff like that, and eggs are hard to come by. But more often than not, they'll throw in like bacon and eggs and other like very simple meals like boiled eggs and boiled meat and stuff like that. And I'm like, you guys are wasting a lot of ingredients on a very low powered meal. Like, a lot of these things, like an egg itself, a raw egg, doesn't have a lot of food. But like when you get up to say spaghetti or a shepherd's pie or something like that, it's got 300 plus food on it, and it's really quite a solid meal. So it's kind of like, well, do I Do I make a boiled egg and some boiled meat now and get 5 food, or do I wait like just a little bit longer and have like a full on 300 plus meal that's going to like time over for a day or so? Like, you will have noticed that this entire time, even though she's only eating like small snippets of food and drink, she's never hungry. That's because we've got the iron gut. So the iron gut basically at its peak is I like that. It's like you could probably eat glass and survive. The answer to that is no. However, you don't die as fast as if you eat 4 pieces of glass. That kills you faster. Um, yeah, but it does reduce food water loss from physical exertion, like such as mining or running. And you can hold your breath for a lot longer. Chance of dysentery is reduced by 5%, and bust from consumables lasts 50% longer. So if you buy, say, a rock buster for a sugar beets, and you decide to go into the trader and you want to go to multiple traders, those sugar butts are going to last you like 50% longer than they were if you just quickly ingested them. So instead of getting about a minute, you might get like 2 or 3. And with Rockbuster, that can be a massive help. Like, you can only stack 3 candies at a time, I did notice. However, you can get like immediately with Rockbusters, like, I don't know, 14, 20 minutes or something like that, as opposed to just the initial kind of what you would get from Rockbusters. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's nighttime, and we were trying to be quiet. I kind of forgot. That's okay. It looks like it's almost morning. That you could tell here. Hey, the moon's still out. That's right, sunrise is over here. I'm like, man, it's getting bright over here. I'm like, no, actually, sunrise is over here. I swear. It's like, Jesus. Alright, so it's morning now. The other thing, I don't know if you guys have seen it too much, but when you have nighttime, you have additional zombies spawn. And so they'll spawn out like on the road and stuff like that, and they'll just like appear. But when it comes to morning, they'll literally just collapse and die. And it is just like a morning night zombie scenario kind of thing. I'm gonna run over here. They're not open yet, but they will be open soon enough. We'll hand in this quest, and then we'll head back and see how much we ended up getting from like the combination of selling a lot of my gear and the doing a couple of quests. Also, I like that you can get coal from like these trees, but you can actually find coal mines in the green areas pretty solidly. I thought for the longest time, like, maybe you get coal here in this like wasteland ashland kind of cross, but you don't. Well, not very often. All right. Just a little wary because I'm like, I'm on the ground. It's day 100, so things are like restocking, respawning, and I'm just expecting, like, I haven't seen a zombie bear for a while. I haven't seen a walking around like zombie dog. You know, it's a little suspicious at this point. Might cut down these trees. I could take home a little bit of wood. Not that I haven't, like, I have not cut down the trees near my base for I don't know how long. Jeez. Yeah, so I don't know why I just haven't stopped and cut down the trees near my base. I really should actually do that. It won't change much. At least not with the snow, it doesn't. This thing respawned yet? Yes. Often loot out these things. I also do scrap lead weights and stuff like that. I don't have a spot for that, but I will after I do some trading, so that's okay. We can wait. I remember originally if you wanted concrete, you had to come and like break these down, but now you only get stone from these. If you want a really good source of, say, concrete, what you do is you take on like those farm area quests. You go through the building first and you basically like dig out all of the cobblestone and the concrete bags and stuff that are just in there. And then you accept the quest and you go back through, do your quest, and then dig out all the cobblestone and concrete again. So you get double the amount for the one trip. which has actually been really quite useful to know. If you're actually taking on a quest building, you can completely demolish the entire building for resources once over, accept the quest, and the building comes back, and you can do it all again. You can get all that resources again. It's basically, so long as like you have, say, multiple people, you can keep taking down one building multiple times and just getting all this extra resources nonstop, which is a little bit why I have so much resources to begin with, because on this server I was very quest focused. Like the trader that I'm at, he's only a level 2 now. However, my trader all the way over here, he's level 5, and a lot of the snow traders like there and up and stuff are at least probably a level 3 trader. And I'm pretty sure that one of the ones in the green, I think that one is quite high too. So when I was doing all my quests, because I've got daring adventure and I get 2 rewards per quest, so I'd pick either the one that I need or the one that has the most value. So then I'd get to sell that, and therefore it wouldn't matter if I had to buy resources such as buying brass or buying cans of food and stuff like that, which is part of how I've acquired so much food and so much like resources and stuff like that. And then of course doing the quest itself, I'd go out and I'd basically just take apart the house. I'd get all the stuff inside of it, plus the loot of the quest, plus the money of the quest and the XP. And it's just like, it's an absolute tank way to like level and get yourself set up really nicely in this game. He's nearly open. The amount of times that I'm standing here talking and he opens, it scares the shit out of me with that like really loud beep, I swear. Where was that other? I should probably do that, but I don't have quite a lot of time for that today. And I did get rid of that drop, so be this one. Remove that. So I had another drop back in here. That one that I still haven't gone to. And that's a new one. Interesting. I'm curious why that one's flashing, because I don't remember that dropping today. But maybe it did. Come on. Nearly there. We also sometimes build like little shelters and stuff across the road from our traders, like just about here. And the idea is that we can box ourselves in really early game and hide. And if you like squat down with your light off and you're not making any noise and you don't have feral sense on, you can be quite safe just sitting there waiting. Fucking hell, this thing's loud. That is one thing, like, I actually have my base across the road from one of these, and I can hear it from inside.
Well,
so I need your inventory first. Alright. I've got my lead, my eggs, all that stuff. Now, I was selling these because I had so much of them. And will you take more? Yeah, you will. And more of these. Alright. That's pretty good.
pleasure, gratitude.
So let's get our quest rewards. That's 200, 100, 100, 50, and 200. So let's select this one and that one. That's a book. Cool. I could have got it for XP and stuff, but that's fine. And this is all reset. So what have you got? I'm mostly at this point in the game looking for... Yes, I take home still a lot of brass, but I'm also looking for books. So I'm always looking for books. Alright.
You come back sometime.
Okay, I'm pretty sure that's everything I had to do here. Yep, there's nothing else here. And I've got my 2 turrets, my gyro, my robot, and if I recall right, it takes 4 glass to take me down now. Let's just make sure my gun's reloaded. And is this got anything? Yes. Yeah, that should do it. Alright. Let's get you repaired, and we'll start smacking on this. Come on. There we go. Time for fast travel.
Touching down.
So, we brought home. Actually, it will tell me in my inventory. We brought home 82 grand and $240 from all the excess sales I did today on all my excess stuff, which is a lot and isn't a lot depending on how you play your game, as to whether or not that actually, sounds like a lot. For me, it's kind of not a lot, but I mean, it's a good amount. Let me put all my stuff away, and I won't put the turret ammo in there. I should actually just see now how much I've got. If you just remember that amount, like 84 grand, I don't have quite enough space. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I don't have a lot of. I always walk in here and I'm like, Jesus Christ, it's so bright. Okay, so let's put away the egg. I still have like a lot of animal fat. I also buy a lot of animal fat because it goes into quite a lot of late game recipes. And did I left my front door open. There's a cat over there. Alright. That's right, I didn't have space for this last time. That's why I had the door open. I was coming and going. Okay, so I was supposed to be selling this stuff. That doesn't go in there. But I didn't. And that's my raw foods. Anything go in there? No. And my drinks. So I kind of got through some of it, and let's chuck down my medical stuff, which I finally like culled down my medical stuff so much now, which is good. I just basically like had it almost completely full, and I just don't need that for one person. Turret ammo. All right, spare ammo. Okay, so I should be able to chuck almost all of this in here. I do want some of that back, thank you. And yeah, I've got so much brass still. I'll go upstairs in a moment. I've already like smelted down so much of it. The can's still in here. Yeah, can's going here. All right, so let's get more of this. Yeah, so I actually have like a substantial amount of meat stew and all sorts of stuff. I don't really need that much. Yeah, some of this is medical. None of it is that. Or that. Let's see, drink. Get out there. Yeah, so I have so much coffee. I am actually going to just walk that across the road. The traders did reset, and I'm just going to see if he can accept that. And I've got a lot of meat stew. But yeah, this is basically what's left of my food. I have sold all except for one full stack and whatever was left over of most things. Like I've got like fish gravy and all sorts of stuff. Like if you look at like the food, like spaghetti's like 122, chowder's like 53, meat stews 50, gumbo stews 64. Sorry, that's hobo stew. Gumbo stews 112. Fish tacos 46. Chili dogs, which I like making chili dogs a lot. They're easy to make. You get like 53. Blueberry pies used to actually affect your health in the original game. What it used to do is it used to decrease your health by like 5, 15, or 10 or something like that. Now it actually gives you health and stamina and stuff. And the cheesecakes give you like buying power and stuff like that. So I always make those. There's not much difference between like the vegetable stew versus the meat stew. It's about 20 difference. But the gravy, I don't know who the hell made up this tuna fish gravy toast, but it just sounds like cat food on toast to me. And it's about 90. So if I am going to go over and I'm going to see if he's going to buy some stuff, I'll just take over these couple of things. And I guess I'll probably need to take over some money. Oh yeah, that's right. I was going to see how much money I had. Just give me that ravioli. So at the moment, I have 364,000 442 in money. I'll just take about $4,000 over for sale. But yeah, I just probably because this is like my own base, and there's a lot of things where I don't have to worry about keeping additional for like I would check that obviously the other members of the server have got certain things, but because like this area is so rich and plentiful in meat and leather and all sorts of stuff, like I'm constantly just selling excess. I should have actually taken some of that meat. Have you moved over here from over there? Yeah, at this point, I don't even really need to do this, but I still do occasionally. Okay, it's not going there. Also, I do not keep bones. No need for it. Yeah, that place is the type of base that we had for the catacombs base. It was pretty cool. The screamer got all the way up in there. We kind of thought she'd go all the way downstairs instead, but she didn't. It was really weird. At least this guy is where he's supposed to be. At least that's one thing, you know. Do you have... Nope. Oh, you've got peas. Now, that's something I need for recipes.
No public bathrooms here, and don't be peeing on the floor.
You didn't have money
There's
the
a
moment I
bathroom right
laid
there,
eyes
mate.
on you.
I'm sure that's public enough. Alright. Get rid of all this. And the meat, whatever it will take. Do you have any books? Probably not. No. Oh, you had brass. Still don't need it, but still buying it. I actually used to have a habit of coming in here buying brass, concrete, lead. I'd still buy plant fibers. Like, I think I've got all of mine on me. And I don't really need that much
That's right.
anymore, but
Do
it's
the
mostly
math.
habit. Because in the early game, you kind of need grass for sometimes clothes. Sometimes you need it for certain weapons and stuff. I'm just going to go up here. I know. Well, hell that. These are like the only doors that are actually left open. I'm not always the one that runs through this place either. I just wanted to see if I can get up there, and yes, I can. But yeah, I need to cut down all of that at some point, honestly. I'll just run back over here. This is one of my friend's cars. There's the other friend's bike is over the back of the place as well. But yeah, I need to do a harvest and a cutting. Off we go. Oh yes, this is my base too. So if you haven't seen it yet, you know, we've got 4 walls wide at the bottom, but 3 walls across in general. And it's, I think, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 high. Parkour only allows you to jump 4, so I have a ladder up outside for 2 bars. But this is like the outdoor sort of smoking sort of sitting area, because a couple of my friends smoke. So I thought that would be funny. Coming inside, we've got, it's all insulated, which is why it's shiny and bright in here. A lot of natural lighting. General storage for, like, I guess, consumables and stuff like that. And then we've got like food storage, medical storage and stuff over here. So chuck that in there and chuck this stuff in here. Give me that. All right, and then we've got like the work area where we've got like the multiple benches that should be finished. There we go. Chuck that in here. Should need to, I did make these for like a replacement of food because they are like pretty great. You get a meal, you get health and water and stamina regen and all that sort of stuff, and cold resistance, so it's not too bad. Spare there. My kitchenette, my room, my stuff. You can put that in there for now for sale. Then going upstairs, it is very bright. There's a back door, I'll come back to that. So going upstairs, if I can get up there. There we go. Got my 2 furnaces, and they're obviously like sitting area benches. And these 2 rooms are basically identical. The only difference is one has side tables and one doesn't. This is like guest rooms where they can put in like a bedroll. They can pick up the bedroll, chuck it down, put it back, and that's where they can respawn for the night if they want. Originally, they did put their bed rolls down. My guests did put these beds down, but this becomes like the new home essentially when that happens. So I had to pick it back up. This is out onto the balcony. Both rooms have a balcony, and obviously you can get out there from the work area. Out the back, they've got a rear balcony, so just private smoking area kind of thing with nice glassed off wall. I used to miss when this was just like plain glass, but it is very hard to see without the wire. It's bulletproof glass, so they don't have to worry about the zombies. So yeah, my glass area. This is my generators and battery area. Should just come up here and check. Everything's still going pretty fine. I've still got a fair bit of fuel in there, so I'm not too worried. Obviously, I can get up here. There's natural lighting for that because obviously it's super dark in there. But yeah, I needed my furnaces up high with the view that screamers get attracted to the sound when they're running. So this is a room that has the side tables and one of the bedrolls. One of my guests had put it down recently. And then yeah, out the back. Step down out the back, and normally there's mushrooms growing on the back here. There's a H for home, obviously. Ladders to get up the side, and then my garden's out the back. So there's about 350 farm plots out here. One of them's growing a tree, which, by the way, that looks like it's almost full height by now. Actually, let me get down here. Nope, it's on its second. Let's see, 300, 600, 900. That'll be its fourth growth stage, I think. Yeah, probably. I don't know. Third or fourth growth stage. That tree's going to get bigger still. It's just growing to prove the difference between growing in, say, snow or desert versus growing in soil. And more farm plots over here. And then I've got my land claim is down underneath the ground. And my storage boxes for my friends dropping off stuff and collecting stuff. It makes it so much easier. And then obviously I've got flowered planter boxes and stuff all over the place. But yeah, this is my, custom built place. It's not that pretty or anything, but all of this, every square of this has been built by me painstakingly and upgraded each brick to concrete or steel, depending on what I've needed for strength. So that, yeah, it can withstand feral scents and just there's no opening door on my walls. So there's no way that the zombies are going to pick one specific spot on my wall. They'll run around the whole thing and just attack various parts because no part's stronger than another, realistically. My friends' drones are all over my base because they came in here once and just like left them when they signed out. So they're like right here somewhere. But yeah, that's everything for today. I'm not too sure what I'll focus on next week with 7 days. I kind of like to figure that out as I go. Oh yeah, she's got that tracking thing now. But yeah, tomorrow is RimWorld. So tomorrow, Tuesday, Australian Tuesday, 10 a.m. What is it? Australian Eastern Standard Time is RimWorld. So I got attacked last time on RimWorld, and I'm trying to recoup my base. And I think I've got up to about 20 odd people, I think, on that. But if you want to be able to see what time it is for your regional time, have a look at my About page. It has what time it's airing for you. And, if you enjoy my streams and you want to become part of my Discord community and hang out and talk more, definitely check out my Discord. All links are available on my Twitch page, and they pop up during chat as well. So I'll catch you guys next week or tomorrow. Next week for 7 days and tomorrow for RimWorld. See ya.